Last week, ang topic natin ay tungkol sa sexuality as an identity. Natutunan natin na tayo ay lalaki o babae. Natutunan din natin yung mga differences ng lalaki at babae and also their complementarity. So please review those notes. I already forwarded the PowerPoint of this class. So I am out of Abulug for a family vacation. So thank you for the teacher who is facilitating this video lesson. So now we will be studying sexuality as a marital activity. Ibig sabihin, ang sexuality as an activity is only good in the context of marriage. No? There is pleasure in sex because God made it so to facilitate the purpose of sex. No? Sabi ko nung last class na kung walang pleasure sa sex, nobody is doing it, nobody is addicted to it, wala sana mga teenage pregnancy. So itong pleasure na ito is good, no? It's very good in the context of marriage. So sa inyong mga kabataan, wala pa kayong asawa, so ito ay masama. No? If you do premarital sex, if you do this before marriage, then the sexual activity is immoral. So kailangan natin malaman kung ano ba talaga ang purpose ng sexuality as a marital activity. Una ay procreation, no? At the service of life, no? Yan, no? Tingnan yung mga animals, no? It's not called procreation, sa kanila is reproduction. So male and female. So at the service of life. And then union at the service of love. When husband and wife do marital activity, sexual marital activity, then they are pinapalakas nila yung kanilang bonding, ang kanilang love. Sex is good if it's done in the context of marriage. That's why the purpose of marriage is also procreation and union. Kasi ang sexuality is geared towards marriage, and sexuality and marriage, they are geared towards procreation and union. How is sexuality related to love? Sexuality must not be separated from love. They must go together. So napakasama po na magkaroon ng sexual activity na walang pagmamahal. Para itong ginagawa ng mga prostitutes, they just do it for money, no? Okay, or yung mga ginagawa ng mga rapists, no, para usam. So wala pong pagmamahal po doon. The sexual encounter requires the framework of true, dependable love. No? Sex is at its best, the sexual activity, if there's love. If there's no love, then the sex is at its worst. When sexuality is separated from love and is sought only for the sake of satisfaction, one destroys the meaning of sexual union of man and woman. Kaya hindi lang pwede puro pleasure ang sexuality. Ang talagang purpose po niyan ay love. Sexual union is the most beautiful bodily sensual expression of love. So sexuality is in the context of love. Love is at its best in the context of marriage. People who look for sex without love are lying, because the closeness of their bodies does not correspond to the closeness of their hearts. Someone who does not take his own body language at its word does lasting damage to body and soul. So isang pagsisinungaling ang sexuality, ang sexual activity kapag walang pagmamahal. Sex then becomes inhuman. Hindi na human ang sex pag walang pagmamahal. Para bang itong hayop, no? It's something animalistic. It is degraded to means of obtaining pleasure and degenerates into a commodity. Kaya tingnan ninyo, no? Parang ginagawang business ang sexual activity ng prostitution, ng pornography, etc. Only committed, enduring love in marriage creates a space for sexuality that is experienced in a human way and brings lasting happiness. Kaya ang totoong kaligayahan sa sexual activity if may pagmamahal. At ang totoong pagmamahal ay in the context of marriage na ang sexuality is good. Sex done outside of marriage is a sin. No? Pag ginagawa yung sexual activity na hindi pa kayo kasal, ito ay kasalanan. Pero pag ginagawa ng mag-asawa, ito ay napakabuti. That's why the following sexual activities are sinful because they are done outside marriage and out of the purpose of marriage and sex. No? Kapag ang sex is hindi for procreation and for union, nagiging makasalanan. Kasi nga hindi to ginagawa ang purpose ng sexual activity. For example, number 1, masturbation. Usually men, because men are animals sometimes. Be careful, girls. No union and no procreation in masturbation, no? Kaya yung pleasure lang talaga ang hangad mo sa masturbation. Kaya this is sinful because you are going against the purpose of marriage. Premarital sex, sex before marriage. No? Why is the church against premarital sexual relations? Bakit kaya? Because she would like to protect love. Kaya walang premarital sex, dapat to protect love. A person can give someone else no greater gift than himself. I love you means for both. I want only you. I want all that you are, and I want to give myself to you forever. Because that is so. We cannot even with our bodies really say I love you temporarily or on a trial basis. Many people take their premarital relations seriously, and yet there are two reservations involved that are incompatible with love: exit option and the fear of a child. Meron po akong isang kilala, sabi niya na kailangan ko man nang i-test, i-try sa mga iba't ibang babae. Kung sino yung unang mabuntis sa kanila, yun yung aasawahin ko. No? So, hindi po maganda yan. Sabi pa niya, tingnan nyo yung isang lalaking yun, no? Na pinakasalan niyang isang babae na hindi pa niya nabuntis, kaya hanggang ngayon hindi siya nagkakaanak. So, ganong klase ng love is conditional. No? I'll just love you if you can bear a child. I will just love you. No, I will marry you kung may kondisyon. Because love is so great, so sacred, and so unique, the church teaches young people the obligation to wait until they are married before they start to have a sexual relation. So, ang sabi nga ni Lola Inodora, makapaghihintay, ang tunay na pagmamahal. True love waits. Okay, so you have to know how to wait, how to delay your gratification. Alam po ninyo, may isang kwento tungkol sa isang experiment na marshmallow experiment. Ilang beses ko na po itong kinakwento tungkol sa pag-delay ng gratification or to know how to wait or to be patient. No? Marami mga bata ang nilagay sa isang room. No? They divided the children into many rooms. So, bawat bata ay binigyan ng isang marshmallow. Sabi ng tao na bibigyan kita ng isa pang marshmallow pag hindi mo ito kakainin in 10 minutes. So, yun, iniwan na yung bata. May mga batang naghintay ng 10 minutes. May mga batang hindi nakapaghintay. Pag alis ng tao, kinain niya kagad yung marshmallow. Yung iba naman, 5 minutes na nakapaghintay, kinain na nila yung marshmallow. Fast forward 10 years after, sino sa kanila ang successful? Yung nakapaghintay o hindi marunong maghintay? So you guess it right. Ang mga taong marunong maghintay, sila ang mga successful. So ganyan din, hindi po pagmamadali ang makipagrelasyon, ang mag-practice ng sexual activity or sexual relations, no? Para i-prove na ikaw ay lalaki, no? Para matry mo lang, no? You know how to wait. Pati sa, so kailangan kung gusto nyo maging successful, you know how to wait, to be patient, like the child who waited for 10 minutes before eating the marshmallow at siya ay mabibigyan ulit ng marshmallow. So my question to you, my dear grade 11 learners, do you want to be successful? So you have to wait. How can you live as a young Christian if you are living in a premarital relationship or have already had premarital relations? So itong tanong, Father, nagawa ko na po. No? Ako po ngayon ay living in a premarital relationship or live in. God loves us at every moment in every complicated situation, even in state of sin. God helps us to seek the whole truth about love and to find ways to live it more and are unambiguously and decisively. In a conversation with a priest or a reliable, experienced Christian, young people can look for a way to live out their love with increasing integrity. They will learn that every life is a process and that whatever has happened, they can make a new beginning with God's help. Kapag nakaranas na kayo ng premarital sex, it's not the end of the world. Kayo mga girls na nawala na ninyo inyong virginity, it's not the end of the world. Learn from your mistakes, learn from your painful past. You can still achieve what we call the spiritual virginity. Kapag nawala na yung virginity ninyo, it's just okay, no? Learn from it. Huwag niyong hayaan na nawala naman na, no? So, ibigay ko na. No. Dapat na natuto ka doon. And from now on, you wait, no? You wait until that guy will marry you. Kayo pa na mga virgin na hindi pa nawalang ang inyong virginity, that your virginity will be your best precious gift to your future husband. Kayo na mga birhen, na mga babae, huwag niyo munang ibigay ang inyong virginity unless kayo ay kinasal. That will be the best gift you can give to your future husbands. Experience 2 shows that premarital sexual relations make the choice of the right lifelong partner more difficult rather than easier. Kuminsan, no, may mga ganitong mga lalaki, tulad ng kwento ko kanina, na nag-undergo ng mga premarital sexual activities or relations para raw makapili ng partner. Pero hindi naman, parang mas pinapahirap pa niya. Part of preparation for a good marriage is training and consolidating your character. Ibig sabihin, being able to wait and do without now will make it easier for you later to show loving consideration for your future spouse. Ibig sabihin, kung ngayon kaya nyong maghintay, kung ngayon kaya nyong maging loyal or faithful, kapag may marriage kayo, ay kaya rin ninyong maghintay, kaya rin ninyong maging loyal. Ang problema, ngayon nga bata pa lang kayo, hindi na kayo tapat, nag-undergo na kayo ng premarital sexual activity or relation, napakahirap na kapag magkaroon ka ng-asawa na maging loyal, no, sa inyong mga asawa. So ngayon, you have to wait at iyong process na yun will help you to be loyal and faithful to your future husband and wife. Next is masturbation, an offense against love. No? May nagsasabi na, Father, no, normal lang naman sa mga lalaki yan, no, sa guy, ang masturbation, no? Sa mga girls ay hindi nila masyadong ginagawa ito, no? Kaya sabi ko nga sa inyo nung last week, mas animalistic, mas sexually active ang mga lalaki. Kaya minsan ito yung kanilang problema, no? And sometimes this is very addictive, ang masturbation. Masturbation is an offense against love because it makes the excitement of sexual pleasure an end in itself and uncouples it from the holistic unfolding of love between a man and a woman. That is why sex with yourself is a contradiction in terms. No? Para bang sex with yourself ang ibig sabihin ng masturbation. And there is no love in that. It's very selfish. The church does not demonize masturbation. Hindi naman ito yung pinakamasamang kasalanan. But she warns against trivializing it. O, pero kahit hindi ito pinakamagabigat na kasalanan, pero wag naman sana nating gawin na ito ay normal. In fact, many young people and adults are in danger of becoming isolated in their consumption of lewd pictures, films, and internet services instead of finding love in a personal relationship. So yan ang danger, no, sa mga kalalakihan na mas gusto nila ang isolation, na manood o magbasa ng mga pornographic materials kesa sa finding your one true love in a personal relationship and in friendship. Loneliness can lead to a blind alley in which masturbation becomes an addiction. Kaya be careful, guys. Ang too much masturbation is an addiction. Living by the motto, for sex, I do not need anyone. I will have it myself, however and whenever I need it. Makes nobody happy. Next naman, na mga kasalanan tungkol sa sexual activity is fornication. Fornication, from Greek porneia, originally meant pagan sexual practice. For instance, temple prostitution. Later, the term was applied to all forms of sexual activity outside of marriage. Today, in English, it generally refers to consensual relations between an unmarried man and an unmarried woman. So, ang fornication is hindi pa kayo kasal. Yung adultery kasi is meron yung isa o dalawa yung kasal. So, pag ang dalawang high school student ay nag-sexual activity, ang tawag dyan ay fornication kasi hindi pa sila kasal. Fornication is often based on seduction, lies, violence, dependency, and abuse. Fornication is therefore a serious offense against charity. It harms the dignity of the person and fails to recognize the meaning of human sexuality. Civil authorities have the duty to protect minors, especially from fornication. Kaya kayo na mga grade 11, mga minors pa kayo, no? Don't indulge yourself for fornication. Alright? Masturbation, ulitin natin, etymologically, probably from the Latin prefix mas, masculine, and turbare, to move vehemently, to disturb. By masturbation is meant the deliberate stimulation of the genital organs in order to derive sexual pleasure. So yan lang naman ang purpose ng masturbation, sexual pleasure. Why is prostitution a form of fornication? In prostitution, love becomes a commodity, parang business, and the person is degraded to an object of pleasure. So yung mga prostitutes, mga puta, mga pokpok, ay ginagawa, hindi mo siya tinatratong bilang mga tao, kundi mga object of pleasure. That is why prostitution is a serious offense against human dignity and a serious sin against charity. So nilalabag mo ang dignidad ng isang babae o ang isang lalaki, and it's a serious sin against charity ang prostitution. Certainly, those who profit from prostitution, human traffickers, pimps, clients, burden themselves with greater guilt than the women, men, children, and young people who sell their bodies, often under duress or in situations of dependence. So mas malaking kasalanan yung mga may-ari ng business ng prostitution, no? Kasi minsan yung mga prosti ay kuminsan dahil wala silang pera dahil sa poverty, kaya kuminsan ay napipilitan silang ibenta ang kanilang mga katawan. To form an equitable judgment about the subject's moral responsibility with regard to masturbation and to guide partial action, one must take into account the effective maturity, force of acquired habit, conditions of anxiety, or other psychological or social factors that lessen, if not even reduce to a minimum, moral culpability. So ito naman, no, para mag-judge tayo sa mga addicted sa masturbation na mga kabataan, kailangan tingnan natin yung maturity nila, kung immature sila, kung naging habit na nila, marami silang mga anxiety, may mga psychological social factors, pwedeng i-lessen or reduce to minimum ang moral culpability para matulungan natin ang isang taong addicted sa masturbation. What does the church say about using condoms to fight AIDS, no? Minsan, no, yan ang mga mentality natin, no? Mag-condom na lang, father, para hindi mabuntis, no? O, sabi natin mag-condom para hindi magka-AIDS. Apart from the fact that condoms provide no absolutely safer protection against contagion, the church rejects their use as a one-sided mechanical method of fighting AIDS epidemics and advocates, above all, a new culture of human relationships and a change in social consciousness. Only practicing fidelity and refraining from casual sexual contacts can provide lasting protection from AIDS and teach a holistic approach to love. So hindi po talagang effective ang condom to fight against AIDS. Ang talagang effective po is refrain from casual sexual contacts or be faithful to your wife, no? Respect for the equal dignity of women and men, concern about the health of the family, responsibility in dealing with one's urges and desires, and also refraining and appropriate times from sexual union are all part of it. So yan dapat ang isipin natin to combat AIDS, no? So meron tayong responsibility with our urges, our desires, refraining from sexual union. Yan po, no? Para ma-combat natin ang AIDS. In the countries of Africa, where societal campaigns have promoted such behavior, the rates of infection have decreased significantly. So yung mga countries sa Africa na hindi condom ang solusyon sa AIDS, kundi ang be faithful to one's wife or not indulging sex to any person, yun ang isang mabisang paraan to fight against AIDS. Besides that, the Catholic Church does all she can to help people who are afflicted with AIDS. No? Kapag nagka-AIDS ang isang tao, kailangan natin itong tulungan. Okay, so adultery, having sex to others aside from your wife, contraception or the use of condoms, pills or withdrawal, they negate the procreative purpose of sex. Dapat ang sexuality is always open towards life, no? Artificial insemination or fertilization, they produce babies through technology or other party and not through sexual activity. Yung mga iba ninenegate ang procreation, ang mga iba naman ninenegate ang union. The virtue of chastity, chaste pure, the virtue of chastity involves an apprenticeship and self-mastery. Kaya kailangan natin mga grade 11 learners ang chastity, no? Dapat marunong tayong ating i-master ang ating mga sarili. Control our urges, wag ati patulan agad ang ating mga feelings. Chastity from Latin castus, clean, pure, temperate. The virtue by which a person who is capable of passion deliberately and resolutely reserves his erotic desires for love and resists the temptation to find lewd images in the media or to use others as a means of achieving his own satisfaction. So yan po ibig sabihin ng chastity. You must be clean, pure of heart, temperate, no? Yung iyong erotic desires, hindi po masama yan. Kundi you wait for it for your one true love at yung erotic desire mo ay para lang sa iyong asawa, not for anybody else. Kayo mga grade 11 learners, meron na kayong mga erotic desires. So you have to master it, contain it, and wait. No? Pag makatapos na kayo, may trabaho na kayo, at magpakasal kayo, you wait for it and give those erotic desires to your future husband and future wife. Either man governs his passions and finds peace, or he lets himself to be dominated by them and becomes unhappy. Yan ay pwede nating i-relate yan sa Sirach chapter 1 verse 22. Okay, so kailangan natin mga grade 11 learners kontrolin ang ating mga sexual desires, not by blind impulses in himself or by mere external constraint. Man gains such as dignity when ridding himself of all slavery to the passion. We have to resist temptations. The virtue of chastity comes under the carnal virtue of temperance, which seeks to permit the passions and appetites of the senses with reason. So wag natin patulan kaagad ang ating mga feelings, ang ating mga passion, but we always use our intelligence, our reason in controlling and mastering our passions, especially our sexual desires. A chaste love, then, is a love that defends itself against all the internal and external forces that might destroy it. That person is chaste who has consciously accepted his sexuality and integrated it well into his personality. Chastity and continence are not the same thing. Magkaibang chastity, magkaibang continence. Someone who has an active sex life in marriage must be chaste too. A person acts chastely when his bodily activity is the expression of dependable, faithful love. No? Ang continence kasi is no sex. No? Okay, pero ang chastity is you can practice sex to your wife or husband, pero it's still a chaste love, no? Chaste love. Chastity must not be confused with prudishness. A person who lives chastely is not the plaything of his lust, but rather lives his sexuality deliberately, motivated by love, and as an expression of that love. Unchaste behavior weakens love and obscures its meaning. The Catholic Church advocates the holistic ecological approach to sexuality. This includes sexual pleasure, which is something good and beautiful, personal love, and fruitfulness, which means openness to having children. Okay? It is understanding of the Catholic Church that these three aspects of sexuality belong together. Now, if a man has one woman for sexual pleasure, a second to whom he writes love poetry, and a third with whom to have children, then he is exploiting all three and really loves none of them. So, hindi pwedeng si Aida o si Lorna o si Fe. Si Aida, dahil mas bata, para lang sa sexual pleasure. Si Lorna, dahil matalino siya, no? Para sa academic intellectual relationship. At yung pangatlo, yung asawa mo ay dahil para sa mga anak mo. So actually, sa kay Aida o Lorna si Fe, wala ka talagang mahal sa kanila. So you can only love totally someone for one man or for one woman. Self-mastery is long and exacting work. Mahirap po i-control ang sarili. One can never consider it acquired once and for all. It presupposes renewed effort at all stages of life. The effort required can be more intense in certain periods tulad ng edad ninyo ngayon, no? Such as when the personality is being formed during childhood and adolescence. Okay? Okay, so para sa next lesson natin, matutunan natin yung mga means that aid the living of chastity. So natutunan natin na ang sexuality means an identity, male and female, and sexual activity. Nakita natin, no? Yung purpose ng sexuality as a marital activity, yung mga kasalanan. So ngayon, paano ba natin isa sa buhay ang virtue of chastity? Okay, so I'll be giving you, thank you for the teacher who has facilitated this video presentation. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. And also thank you, my dear students, for the patience of watching this video presentation because I am in a family vacation. So now, I'll be giving you 30 minutes to make a reflection paper, one whole sheet of paper. Ito po sa katanungang ito. So yan ang ating reflection question for the remaining minutes na natitira sa ating klase. Yan po ang isang statement, basta wala akong nasasaktan, okay lang makipag-sex. Basta wala akong nasasaktan, hindi naman ako ng rape, ginusto naman ng babae o lalaki, okay lang makipag-sex, no? Reflect about this and apply all the learnings you learned. Do you agree with this statement? Basta wala akong nasasaktan, okay lang makipag-sex, no? Kahit hindi ako kasal, no? Okay, so please reflect on this on a one whole sheet of paper. So see you on the next video or in the next class. Thank you and God bless. So pwedeng i-pause muna ng teacher facilitator ang video ito para may flash sa screen para makapag-reflect ang mga grade 11 learners. Thank you very much.